Now, what do you do in Australia if you're an escaped convict? Well, in the 1800s, you'd become a bushranger, roaming the wilderness and, of course, robbing and murdering. And yet, bizarrely, the most famous of Australia's 2,000 plus bushrangers is also the country's national hero. Ned Kelly was born in Victoria in 1854. Son of an Irish convict, his family were notorious for brushes with the law, which culminated in them being charged with the attempted murder of a police officer. With Kelly going on the run, his mother was sentenced to 3 years of hard labour. Vowing to avenge his mother, Kelly and his gang became bushrangers, robbing banks, killing police officers, and writing a manifesto sent to the newspapers explaining Ned Kelly's views, such as opposition to the harsh British authorities, identifying with a new, uniquely Australian sense of nationalism, and greater rights for the poor, saying it will pay government to give those people who are suffering innocence, justice and liberty. This, along with Kelly's ethos of not hurting ordinary citizens, gained him public support, leading the police to offer a record £8,000 reward for his capture, equivalent to around £1 million today. Finally, after 2 years, the Kelly gang, who had just finished having a party in a pub with their hostages, were forced into a shootout with a 30-man police force, until an astonishing figure came out of the bush, leading people to scream that it was a huge black fella, a monster, or the devil. With one witness saying afterwards, it was like the ghost of Hamlet's father with no head, only a very long, thick neck. As the police fired at this horrific sight for 10 minutes, with the bullets simply bouncing off, the aptly named Sergeant Still noticed that the figure's legs were unprotected, and after a couple of shots, the figure collapsed. When the police removed the helmet, they were shocked to discover it was Ned Kelly. Surprise! Coming full circle, Kelly, the gang's only survivor from the shootout, was tried by the same judge who had sentenced Kelly's mother 2 years earlier. And despite thousands of people rallying for his reprieve, Kelly was hanged at Melbourne Jail. Today, Ned Kelly splits public opinion. For some, he is an Australian freedom fighter on the side of the common folk, battling against the tyranny of the colonial British, akin to Robin Hood. For others, he is simply a murdering robber, with delusions of grandeur, and who ran away whilst his mother was punished for a crime that he committed. Either way, his legacy exists, via his suit of armour, originally designed for bank robberies, and awesomely displayed here in the State Library Victoria. He is the subject of the world's first ever feature film, including 2 remakes starring Mick Jagger and Heath Ledger, and he has more biographies written about him than any other Australian. Which, being in the library, brings us to the next subject of exploration.